Assalamu alaikum. This is Sister Sajdah Muhammad. Join us for Donate and Sip 2. We are hosting an event to help raise funds for the completion of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad House Museum. The event will take place Saturday, July 9th, 2022. This non-alcoholic wine and sparkling tea tasting event is sponsored by Magnolia Crescent Non-Alcoholic Winery and will be held at the historic Honorable Elijah Muhammad House located at 4847 South Woodlawn Avenue in the rear garden. Bring a friend, come by, and celebrate this historic project with us on Saturday, July 9th, 2022 from 4 to 7 p.m. Central Time. To register for this historic event, click the link in the bio or simply go to eventbrite.com and search Donate and Sip. Capacity is limited. Assalamu alaikum. This is Sister Sajdah Muhammad. Tune in to the Mo Today Manifestation Series Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time for the introductory manifestation class on the accomplishments of the Muslims with a special screening of the movie A Nation of Common Sense, brought to you by the NOI Archives and student minister Carlos Muhammad. See y'all on YouTube.
Muslims, you shouldn't be around here looking to white people to give you a job. Go look in Message to the Black Man and the Economic Blueprint, and if there are 4 of you, 6 of you, 8 of you together, pool your resources, go into business and set up business all over the south and west side of Chicago.
You belong to yourself. You're an independent people, created from the nation of free people.
Yes, sir.
You don't need to go nowhere but to yourself.
Yes,
So the challenge is an education that enlivens us to do business. Business is the activity of life itself. Every creature is born with the inherent ability to attract out of this material earth what it needs to perpetuate its species.
Greetings, family, and welcome to the Mind of an Entrepreneur show, or the Mo Today series on Black Muslim businesses. I want you all to forgive me. I'm going to say this up front. My energy levels are a little low because y'all know what I did this morning? I got up and I went outside and I did a boot camp outside. It's 80 something degrees here in Chicago, on its way up to 100 or 98 or 99 or something. And then it's 45 degree humidity. So yeah, I'm a little crazy, but I'm happy. We're going to be talking to Little Saviours today, Sister Latoya Muhammad. I'm so excited to bring her on in a few, give y'all time to jump on. You all probably saw the commercials that were scrolling. We're doing a Donate and Sip 2 on July 9th. At 4847 South Woodlawn Avenue, at the former home of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad House, now listed on the National Historic Registry, but it's the Honorable Elijah Muhammad House. So we're going to be doing Donate and Sip 2, part 2. So if you missed the first one, then you got a chance to come back and check us out again. If you donated, you can still come. Just bring a friend that's going to donate this time. But inshallah, the weather will cooperate and we'll be able to be in the back of the house. So this is how you can come and have fun with us. We got some celebrities that's coming through this time. So y'all better be in the house. Go to eventbrite.com and just type in donate and sip 2 and you can register for the event. Capacity is limited. So I would suggest that you guys make sure you go out there ahead of time. I have scrolling across the bottom a way that you can donate either to the Mind of an Entrepreneur Show, Black Muslim Businesses Directory, or even to Sajdah House. Just you can use Cash App, $Mo today. Or if you want specifically for Sajdah House, you just have to go to sajdahhousedonations.com. And I'll put that banner up a little bit later. So assalamu alaikum and wa alaikum salam to everyone that's in the chat. I got my Little Saviours t-shirt on. She sent me one. So I'm going to bring my sister on. Welcome. Assalamu alaikum, beautiful. You're on mute, sis.
Well, alaikum salam. Thank you so much for bringing me on today. And don't worry, we're going to get your energy up today, Miss Sister Wendy.
That's right. That's right. I got to get it together. Only me. I do crazy stuff. I'm always doing something crazy. So it's me. So I see your background. You outside?
Yes. Trying to. It's hot out here. It's hot, but on my balcony it's kind of cool. So yeah, I'm outside.
Nice. So Sister Latoya, welcome to the show. Tell us about Little Saviours for those who don't know.
All right. So Little Saviours started last year, July 4th, on our Independence Day, and I wanted to start a company for children, for our children, to learn more about the teachings in a fun and creative way, and also to have some apparel in literature for also the adults and parents to really integrate the teachings and having a fun day. So I like Little Saviours because it's not just my own thing. It was inspired by my children, my daughter and my son, and I see them as my saviors. Children are a blessing to us all, and as you know, we are Little Saviours. We have the opportunity to have Allah use us as a vessel to use our gifts in any capacity that is to serve. And so I'm excited about it. It'll be 1 year in July 4th. And so very excited about this endeavor. And my daughter works with me to put all the packages together, and she's been very helpful in this process.
Wait, so 1 year, July 4th?
Yes, last year, 2021.
Okay, and how's it going?
It's going. The struggle is real. And I would say this in regards to balancing time. I do work full time. And so sometimes at work that can take up most of your time, and you're too tired to dedicate into your own business. And so I would say those are the struggles for me, is just balancing that time and being able to stay spiritually inspired. I have this thing that I don't want to just push out products and have all this inventory if it's not inspired by the God within. And so just trying to remain creative and innovative during this time.
Did I hear you say that you were inspired by your children?
Yes, I was.
Tell us, let's unpack that a little bit. What does that mean? Inspired by your children to go into business for yourself?
Sister Wendy, we've all experienced COVID-19 2 years ago, and we're still not so much in the thick of it, but we're still in it. And back in 2019 and 2020, it was really rough for me, seeing loved ones and family and even believers transition. And so I had my son in 2020, and it was a lot going for me during that time. And he saved me. He truly saved me. And my voice is cracking up.
It's all right. That's what we do on this show. Listen, we pour it out and lift his holy name on this show, because on this show as entrepreneurs, we're not afraid to marry our business with our spirituality. Most people know that in the corporate world, that's a no-no. But we do it here.
Yes. And so he saved me from myself. And so I was trying to figure out, I want to start a business, and what would that be? And I'm searching for names, and I was just like, Little Saviours. My son saved me. And so let me help in any capacity that I can to inspire parents and children, and even our fellow brothers and sisters in other faiths, to to go on that journey and have a closer relationship with God, whether you call him Allah, God, or Mahdi. Just really wanted to start that. So my son was that inspiration for me.
You say your son saved you. What did he save you from, and how did he save you? Because what I hear in that is almost like somebody who was going down a particular path and then they had a child and it's like it turned them around and caused them to make some decisions that were life saving. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, ma'am. I won't go in further details.
Yes,
However,
ma'am.
I will sum it up and say this is that we're all on a journey, and sometimes we might go a little bit backwards, and sometimes a lot. And in our journey gives us a hard reminder to get back on that straight path. And so I would say, in that sense, that's how he saved me, to always keep Allah at the forefront, to make sure that I am a true and living example through the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and be that example in my household and someone they can look up to, and in my community to look up to. So I know I had to get
Yeah.
it back right again.
Yeah, yeah. No, I totally get that. And I completely understand what you mean because any reminder is a blessing, right? And
Yes.
if that reminder inspires you to go into business, thank you for my shirt.
Oh,
Um,
you praise me so much.
inspires you to go into business and do something for yourself and to increase that flow of abundance into your life, then what a blessing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So, what
ma'am.
inspired these t-shirts? Pray. What is it? What we got? Pray,
Okay, so you have one too. So it's pray, fast, and serve. So it says pray daily, fast often, and serve forever. And so I look at those as three pillars that we must do, whether you are a Muslim or Christian. It's it's the formula to help us have a better relationship with Allah God, and not only while we're having a relationship with Him in that same interim, we're having a relationship with ourselves. And in order to do that, pray daily. Pray not just when you want to, when things are going right. Wake up during Fajr prayer. And sometimes our lives are so, for lack of better words, chaotic and busy. We forget to praise God. And sometimes when we're in the thick of it, then we're like, oh, Allah, please save me. But just to have that constant reminder to always pray. Pray for the good times, pray for the bad times, and to know that God is with you. And fasting. Sometimes we fast during Ramadan for from food and drink to really discipline ourselves. But sometimes fasting can be through television, anything that's going to distract you from being righteous, from really living on the right path, and also serving. We are used, each and every one of us are a blessing to God. And so he uses us as a vessel to serve his people. So whether that's going out into the community, helping with food drives, or even giving just saying hello, just really taking that time out to really give back, and you really will see a transformation not only within yourself but even in the people that you touch upon. So that's how this shirt, pray fast and serve, inspired me. I wanted that to be a constant reminder when you see this shirt, wherever settings you're in.
And what other products do you guys offer?
We offer, we have some flashcards. It's called Go Saviors. It's more towards the taller group. Basically, they're flashcards to see things. I actually have an example of some of the
Yeah,
things that
show
we
us.
do have. So Go Saviors is a really cute game. It's kind of saying like play Go Fish. So you
Mhm.
may see images of the mosh, you might see bean soup, you might have these things to really repetition to encourage our children and say, oh,
Aspect of
wait,
the
I
culture.
remember that. And I one day my daughter and her friend was playing, and I decided to play along, and she's not of the faith. However, it was a great teaching moment for her to learn her friend and what she knows about and what she and her religion. So I think that was fun. We also have like apparel. This is a Little Saviours onesie.
Wow, cute.
Um, yes, we have coloring books.
Mm-hmm.
If I put it towards the
No, I
screen,
see it. Yep.
and we also have book bags. So back to
Bag.
school, I think this is
Yeah.
a great opportunity for those that's going away on a weekend and just want to put some light snacks and clothes in their bag. And
You have
also
the
we have,
flashcards there?
yes, hold on, right here.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I see
yeah,
it.
right there. Yes. So these are the flashcards. And in the packet, you have some instructions on how to play. And it's not only playing goldfish, you can do memory match, making sure that, you play
Like
memory match with
concentration
every child.
and stuff like
Yes.
that, right?
And
Hmm.
also, here's another shirt that we have is, here we go, Being It Is.
Oh, I want that one too. I'm gonna order that one.
Yes, ma'am. So, if I put it right here,
Yeah.
it, the B, it has all 99 attributes of Allah. And again, anything that my daughter and I come up with, we want it just to be a constant reminder, be and it is. And sometimes when we're at our lowest point, or sometimes we might have a little faith, we just need to constantly remind ourselves that being it is, God, dwells within us. So we are resilient. We can get it done. If we don't have all the resources, like yourself, you're very well versed in business. Get some counseling from you to help us get on our way to find those resources that we need to be effective and efficiently. So, being it is, make it happen. Make it happen.
I love your product, sis, because I feel like you are helping to establish our culture as Muslims. You may feel like you're just starting, you're just a year in, you may feel like you're an ant in this big sea of business, but know that you are making a major impact. And I say that because you're helping to establish our culture. You have coloring books that children, now it's at the point where Muslim children got a variety of coloring books that they can choose from. You're contributing to that culture. People outside of our culture who can learn more. You have these cards. I play concentration and solitaire and all this with regular playing cards, but you can actually do that with your card. You can play concentration. You can make up all kind of card games. So sometimes, sis, we get a desire, right? We get an inspiration, and Allah has an idea He is interested in bringing forward and something He wants to communicate. So He puts that desire inside of us. We grab the desire and we start doing it. We're like, oh man, this is hard. But the idea is to just keep going.
Yes.
Keep putting one foot in front of the other. It is hard. It is very hard. I won't even say to you that the things that I follow Allah and His inspiration to get me to do, that they're not difficult. They are very, very hard things. A lot of pressure, but it also is this opportunity for me to practice more my faith, for me to go deeper in my faith, to go deeper in our reliance on Allah, deeper in seeking refuge in Allah, and just moving in that particular capacity is so very, very important. I saw somebody put in the chat that, do you teach at Torchlight?
Yes, I do. I teach the science of business.
So talk to us about Torchlight and what that is, and your teaching there. Sorry, my phone was moving.
Okay. Torchlight Educational Academy is an MUI affiliated school located in Orange, New Jersey. The directress is Sister Alnisa Muhammad. I had enrolled my daughter in the school 2 years ago, and it has been a phenomenal experience. And I used to live in Springfield, Illinois, and we didn't have any schools for us. And so I made that sacrifice. I decided to tell my employer I'm going to work from home and to make sure that my daughter goes to school so she can learn about who she is and people like herself. So has been an amazing experience. This has been my first year teaching the science of business. I teach grades 3rd to 8th grade, and we have learned so much. Teaching the children about the foundations of business. Sometimes when children think about business, they automatically think about money. Oh, I'm going to get money. But what's behind receiving that money in order to, like the minister said, business is warfare. Business is life in itself. And so letting them know that you need to focus on the financial aspect of business, focusing on the human aspect, information, whether it's technology or communication. And one of the projects we've had, I'm very proud of it. We created a rap song, and it's called Money, Homes, and Friends. And in that unit, we focused on economics, what is going on in our current state right here. As you can see, prices are rising with inflation. Unemployment at the time during COVID was extremely high. So really teaching them about economics, and they really took the song and created their own way and learning about the teachings. What is business? What is the science of business? And really tying that into the teachings where it's the economic blueprint, really for us to really focus on gathering our resources, not so much financial, but people resources, really leveraging our community and the skill sets that they have so we can create jobs and give job opportunities to our people, so we can really see that wealth generating in our own circle and not so much in other communities. And so it was a great event. We did that for Black History Month. Also taught them things about technology. The 3rd graders to 5th graders, I have to give it to them. They have been so receptive in learning different aspects. I've been teaching them Microsoft Excel. I remember in 3rd grade, I've never learned how to do Excel. So they learned how to conduct formulas, how to track customer orders in Excel using data validation and other aspects. And so communication skills is extremely important when trying to pitch a business deal to someone, and just really letting a future or potential customer know the benefits of your products or services. So we really learned the wealth of aspects and of business from those graders from 3rd to 8th grade. And so I'm very grateful for the opportunity that Sister Arnisa Muhammad has given me.
All praises to God. So much of business often is awareness. So becoming aware, I was made aware of business at a very early age, whether it was participating in business, counting money, writing out the receipts, whatever. But then that allowed me, as I began to matriculate and evolve as an adult, to see business everywhere and understand how business is put together, to the point where then I can look at something on television and I can see the system. I understand why certain things are done. And so I think that that's very important what you're doing. That entire idea of the science of business, you're correct. Most of us are on a level, and our children are on the level because we're on that level, that when we think about business, we think about money. And we don't understand that money is just a flow of energy. So sometimes the energy flows in a certain way where you have a lot of it, some of it, sometimes you have less of it. Sometimes it comes more frequently, sometimes it comes less frequently. But most of the time for companies, business is used to influence society and influence a way of life. And that, in fact, has been the truth throughout the annals of time, where business is used to usher in certain cultures, to uplift people, and to prey upon people. And so business is a real tool that's really critical that we understand. And the science of it is understanding just what I said, the ways in which business is used and the way in which businesses use in a way so that we can recognize it? How does it impact us on a subconscious level? How does it not? And so part of something, as you know, that on this show that I've been teaching since 2009 is these different mental strategies so that we can navigate the world of business better. Because every time we move to another level in the business world, there's new challenges, right? You master that level, you're making money at that level, you get to that other level. And what makes you know that you haven't quite yet mastered it is that you haven't been able to use your intention to bring in that flow of cash. So you're just constantly growing, and be patient with yourself. You know, teaching the children to be patient with themselves by us being patient with ourselves. Because think about it. You know, we riding on a planet that's moving fast, right? Master Farad Muhammad told us that, but we don't feel it. We don't feel a bump. Well, guess what? When you get a hold of these teachings, you start combining it with business and money, you're moving fast. And there are a lot of people around you who may not be able to catch up to what it is that you're doing. You might be going too fast for them. So they may jump on, jump off. Some people run out of gas. Some people run out of oxygen. So you're going to find that in your business journey, that as you're creating products, you're going to have this support. The next product, you might not have that much support. But the idea is to just keep going, and for your children to see the consistency and how no matter what, you keep rolling, you keep reinventing yourself. You keep going to the next level and the next level and the next level and the next level. So it's a lifestyle. It's an evolutionary process. And the thing is to not attach business so much to money that you become stressed out. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times as new business owners, or not just new business owners, but when we have new ventures, when we move to that next level, other people are attaching your growth and your struggle to money. So they stress out and they may stress you out. So the idea, that's the key thing to teach our children, is to create that spiritual and emotional through line so that they have the stick-to-itiveness no matter what. Because there's so much focus on the economy and this costs this amount and that costs that amount. But real true business people, that stuff doesn't impact them. Why? Because they know how to behave and respond in a way that is always advantageous to them. They may not have what we have to deal with, where we got people around us that are reacting to the money. So, for example, if I'm working on the Honorable Elijah Muhammad house and I say, look, these coins are $350, people react to the money. Or, oh, 500, they start tripping on the money. I'm like, look, we got to sell this number. The money and the numbers impacts them. And they're so caught up over here orbiting on the money and the numbers that the strategy, the spiritual strategy on how you need to align yourself so that you can intent yourself into where it is you want to be, it skips them. So that's an important thing for our children to make sure that they understand. A simple way to practice it is like when you park. You know how you're going downtown or you're going somewhere and you might have difficulty parking? Well, on your way there, start intending yourself to park in front. Start intending yourself. A friend of mine, we were going somewhere, breakfast or something. No, we were going to dinner at this Mexican restaurant. And when we pulled up, I said, oh, I forgot, because I saw us. Hold on, let me get this spam person out of our thing. Okay. I saw us parking close. So let me go around the block again, because there must be a timing issue. So the thing is that I had been intending the parking spot. When I got there and I didn't see it, I knew that it was coming because I had intended it. So I had to say to myself, let's go around the block. So doing those kind of things is just that simple. Just intend what it is that you want. So that then now you move over into business. Okay, I need this to happen. I need that to happen. And the challenge becomes is that as you move from one level to the next level to the next level, The biggest challenge that we have as Black people, and I'm sorry to go on and on about this, but this is really critical, is that we're going to always be orbiting with people who are tripping on things that have nothing to do with the ability to manifest what it is that we need.
Absolutely.
And our children they have to know that, and they have to understand that and know how to do that.
Absolutely, Sister Wendy. And just to build on what you stated, is like the minister said in closing the gaps, I'm paraphrasing, but when you are growing, some people can't come with you on that journey. Sometimes you outgrow them. They don't have the capacity to serve you on that level or to reach that particular, goal. And it's not about the money. It's about, when we think about business, we're thinking about satisfying a need. What is the need? And let's just take a perfect example in COVID, right? The whole entire world, not just the United States, the world had to pivot. So, as businesses such as Zoom, they use COVID as an opportunity. Everyone had to be at home. So they used that opportunity to use Zooms. All the schools are using Zoom. You had Canvas. And so really being able to adopt to change. And like you stated before, with our children and even with ourselves, and it's easier said than done, is to really give ourselves grace. To really give ourselves grace during the process, the journey from its infancy stage to when you are making money, and then you might see a dip in your bell curve that, okay, business isn't booming like it used to. What is out there? And that's the key about being business, is to know what your true intention was for doing. What was the reason behind why you started, and being innovative and creative and getting those individuals to come on with you that see the vision that you have. Our mission remains the same, but the vision may change, but the mission is always the same. So I see that we can also add those things too during our journey.
Absolutely. And one of the challenges, and I just wanted to add something to what you said, because oftentimes, if we think that business is just satisfying a need, sometimes we can get stuck there. The best businesses are businesses that solve a problem, like you mentioned with Zoom, but they're not always the most successful businesses. Sometimes the most successful businesses are those who, number one, may have other stakeholders, like you mentioned, a mission, people that they're serving, how they're introducing much needed goods and services into their community. But what's interesting now that and those are very spiritual elements. What's interesting now that we have to think about is that now what we're competing against is people who have the illusion of need when they purchase other products. So you and I don't need a Gucci purse. We don't need a Louis Vuitton, but that advertiser, that product marketing has made us think that we need that. And so now we begin to identify with this illusion of need. That's what we compete against. So I may think it's very obvious. It makes no sense to me why a person wouldn't buy a commemorative Elijah coin. It makes no sense to me, because if you say you love the messenger, to me, it's just mathematics. However, there's other people who are competing for our attention, for that same dollar. And so we have to be wise when we're going into business, because we can come up with a perfectly beautiful product like you have. You have a great product line, but sometimes people won't buy it because they're busy spending their money on things that they think they need. So sometimes that has to be incorporated into our product as well. And that's where tying your business to a mission, like you just mentioned, is so very, very important. So tell me what's next for Little Saviors. What's on the horizon?
Right now, what's next is to strategize, like you stated, to find ways to increase our marketing, also to take a listen to the feedback of our customers. We've received quite a few reviews, very positive, and really finding out what do they need, what kind of products that we can create. But as you know, as an entrepreneur, sometimes we might not have the capital up front to have so much on our product line, but being again intentional in what we have. We're gonna release something on July 1st. I mean, on July 4th for our sisters. It's been inspired by my daughter. She loves anime, extremely anime, and she loves to draw. And so we're gonna push out a product, limited edition, and really be inspired from the God within, and just not throwing out products, but really continue to be in the Word and really be inspired to see what does Allah God have on His heart to transition through me. What kind of products does He want me to create? So right now, working on children's book for our children, and also a devotional. It should be coming out in October. It's called "I'm a Little Blessing," and to really, COVID, and sometimes children may feel, not all, uh, that they're not important, that they're not loved. And really, this book has been inspired again during the pandemic. Some devotionals to really things that are children related that they can relate to, and taking that and to draw on what they reflected from what they've learned. And so I'm excited about that project, and I can't wait to see what Allah has for me next.
Can I offer some coaching?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So you've jumped into a field where you've got a decent amount of competition, right? T-shirts, children books, devotional, things like that. And that's okay, because if you get inspired to create something your way where the field is crowded, you just have to be creative with your marketing. So creating it as a lifestyle brand. So whether this becomes a mantra, and maybe you begin a podcast that's be at it as it is, or your sayings that are on your t-shirts or something. It could just be creating, like I said, some initial lifestyle, getting people to kind of buy into that thing, speaking on it, so that they wear the shirt and it has meaning to them. So when you're on their shelf and you're competing against the other spiritual t-shirts that they have, they choose yours because they emotionally and spiritually identify with what's on your shirt.
Yes, ma'am.
Because 9 times out of 10, say somebody like myself, I love t-shirts with sayings. And so I have a lot of shirts that have spiritual sayings and things that mean something to me. But when I go to make that choice of what I'm going to wear out in public or how I'm going to wear it, I'm going to choose the shirt that I'm most spiritually connected to. So get creative with your marketing and think non-traditional. So you may want to partner with somebody. If you've got another sister that's in business, maybe she and her team wears your t-shirts on their next outing. Or maybe if there's a school event, maybe the teachers are wearing the Be and It Is shirts. But some way of partnering lifestyle with your brand so that you stand out above the crowded field that you're in. Uh-oh.
You're back on now.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that feedback. We'll be writing that down and see who I can connect with in our circle. So thank you so much for that. Thank
Connect
you.
with people and connect content to your brand. Connect people and content, because you can advertise your shirt all day long. But think about FUBU. He had For Us, By Us, but it wasn't until LL Cool J and other different rappers started to wear the brand, so they connected people and content to the brand, which is what caused the brand to explode. Rihanna just became one of the first Black billionaires. Why? Because of her Fenty line that appealed to the many different shades of Black women, for makeup, but it was tied to her as a celebrity and a brand. So Ty, because anybody could have came out with that line of cosmetics and said, you know what, I'm going to cater to all women of color, no matter what color you are. That, to me, that's a no-brainer. I don't know why other makeup companies didn't think about that. But you can tell that the tone at the top of those companies is not thinking about our various shades and every shade in between. But somebody created the product, they got with Rihanna and they said, okay, sis, or maybe she created, I don't know, but somehow the product and her celebrity got connected and the brand, exploded into $1 billion as well from it. So just kind of use that model on a micro level, attach your product to content and or to people, and then you'll watch it really start to grow.
Thank you so much for that, Sister Wendy. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Give us the website where people can go and purchase everything, and I'll put that in the chat.
Okay. Our website is www.littlesaviors, LittleSaviours.com.
Okay, all praises due to Allah. Make sure you all go out. And I want to say this to everybody who's watching and listening. We have to be intentional with our dollars. I'm so intentional with my dollars that if I go somewhere and somebody treats me a certain way, then I'm not doing business with them. If I may decide, I have subscriptions to things that some of our brothers and sisters have, and I don't use the product, but if I can give that $9.99 a month to my sister that I might just waste on something else, then I'll do that because it just might really help her. So you had some beautiful t-shirts, you had some beautiful playing cards and coloring books. And I ask people to just go to your website, LittleSaviours.com, and order something. You may not have that much money. Order a t-shirt, order something small, but order something for sister, because the idea is to flow abundance to her and her business. Because at the end of the day, look, you don't really have a lot of money because money becomes fertile when it's spent. So you can have millions of dollars in the bank, but if you don't do anything with it, it's not fertile. It's just going to decrease in value. So give it so that you can bring that flow back to yourself. So anything you want to say, sis, before we end these last couple of minutes?
I just want to thank Allah for you for having this channel, educating us on business, the various aspects of business, and giving, entrepreneurs like myself that opportunity, that platform to really promote our businesses, but not so much promote, but really get into the tune with the entrepreneur themselves and learning what their story was behind their products. And so I thank Allah for you and your team. I'm going to attend your event on July 9th. And
you are?
Yes, ma'am. And I'm going to get some business coaching from you. So look forward to an email from me very soon. And thanks to all the listeners and viewers that's online. And I look forward to seeing some orders come through, but not so much the support within our community. So again, Sister Wendy, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yes, may Allah bless you, sis. May Allah bless you with success. This is not your last business, and you're going to flow through this. You never know what your business is going to look like a year from now when you continue to follow Allah. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for inviting and welcoming my sister in today. You got beautiful comments out here about you. Sister Aletha Wilson said beautiful. Somebody else said alhamdulillah, beautiful concept queen. Sister Cynthia says Satan has no power. Sister Alnisa Muhammad, she was talking to Sister Lisa there, but I saw someone else say something else about rising above emotion, focusing on your spiritual energy. You've got great comments out here. Keep going. Don't stop. Look what Sister Marva said about you.
Oh, praises to Allah, Sister Marva. Thank you.
Yeah, you see that? And I'm just saying to you, you got the t-shirt, sis, but being it is. Just keep being who you need to be. in order to
Yes, ma'am.
have what it is that you want in your life. And Allah's going to bless you because you're blessing those babies. And you never know who you're looking at.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for your warm and encouraging words. And may Allah bless you and all your endeavors that you do. And bless us all.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Make sure you go out, go to Sister's website. Be sure also to go to sajdahhousedonations.com to get a not to get anything, but to get some blessings for donating to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad House. But I was gonna say, to get your commemorative Elijah coin, go to sajdahhouse.com. So make sure you go out here. We're gonna go out with a quick commercial, and may Allah bless you. See you all tomorrow. We got a special introductory class on the accomplishments of the Muslims, which is part of our manifestation series. We're going to be doing a special movie screening of The Nation of Common Sense, brought to us by NOI Archives and student minister Carlos Muhammad. We're going to do a complete intro. So make sure you go to manifestationclass.com. Let me put this up here in the comments so that you all can see it. Make sure you go to manifestationclass.com and get your free ebook on the accomplishments of the Muslims. Go out there. We're going to calibrate ourselves to this business model that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad set up as an example to us and what it is that we can do.
This is Sister Sajdah Muhammad. We are proud to announce that the Sajdah House commemorative Elijah coins are finally here. As we renovate and restore the former home of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we have recycled the old copper gutters and downspouts and created a 1-ounce 39mm coin made of 100% pure copper. Each coin is professionally graded and has its own barcode and registration number. This priceless heirloom, made from recycled copper from the messenger's home, is now available at sajdahhouse.com.